Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Howler for an hour. We're starting off today's stream with a chill game. This is a pizza delivery, and it caught my attention because of the main protagonist and some of the images involving them. They just seemed very sad and intriguing, I guess is the best way to put it. This game describes itself this way. It's a narrative exploration game with puzzle elements focused on connecting with other people. Share pizza with charming characters to uncover their stories and your own. Drive and explore a strange meditative world filled with secrets. This seems to be a very metaphorical game with a world that seems to be based on. Yeah, it even says here, this is no ordinary place, it's a mental space, a liminal realm, shared by individuals trapped in a state of limbo. Each corner of this non-place reveals stories of unease, instability, and longing. Accompanied by our trusty scooter, Bee must deliver her final pizza while uncovering the mysteries of this enigmatic world. So, this is a very curious game. Um, it clearly is trying to tell a story. It might have some dark moments or something. I'm not entirely sure. Let me see if there's a content warning I can give you. Not really. There's nothing that the Steam description gives, but it seems like it might have some more serious topics. I don't think it'll be like as heavy as the last stream's mid game, but yeah, it's a introspective style game. Let's check this one out. But before we begin, if you like the video, do think about giving it a like, maybe subscribing if you'd like to do that. Maybe coming over to Twitch if you want to hang out, lurk, talk, chat if you feel like it, socialize, or just engage in your own quieter way. It's nice to have you around either way. We also have a pretty cool Discord server you can check out. We have a coffee link if you want to help us directly monetize the content, and I very much appreciate it if you might consider it. And we also have a merch store if you want to buy some stuff over there. Links in the description, and you can check them out at your leisure. And also, hello, Shika, joining the VC.
Hello! I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, it's quite okay. This game seems pretty cool, and yeah, I'm not giving a trigger warning for this game, but it might have some like deeper subject matter and stuff. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Also, this game doesn't seem to have a settings view, so I'm not sure if this is too loud right now. We'll adjust as we go, but let's go ahead and start it up. I hope it.
It's
Hope it
not too quiet.
It's just rustling grass right now, so it's hard to judge. Oh. Whoa. Okay, the way the mouse controls, I'm wondering if this is better on. Oh, now I have an options menu. It's one of those games that gives you an options menu once you start. Okay, so we can adjust audio if we need. Does this have? I'm not sure if keyboard is the way to play this. The camera is extremely sensitive, though. I need to adjust it. Let's see. I like how it moves while I'm adjusting it. Whee!
Spin!
But yeah, one thing that immediately caught my attention. Oh no. The mouse unlocked from the game.
Oh no.
That's never a good thing. Hold on a second. Let me try to fix that with a little trick. I did not fix it. Okay. Can I play some controller? Because I might want to in that case. Alright.
So?
I think it looks like I can. It's still giving me keyboard and mouse controls, but I can control the character just fine with the controller. So let's try that. So yeah, right off the bat, interesting. They're riding an elevator. They're sad. They're going to deliver a pizza, and their name is, what was their name again? I read it real quick. It was their name is B, and it's just the letter B, which is interesting. It says if this is like an interpretive limbo thing, then maybe they don't remember their full name. So B. You can walk up to the doors and hear things. It's very faint because it's, inside the apartment. That person's getting a beer. That person really should answer their phone. That's a good... Oh, there's a dog in there. This person's playing piano. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting only keyboard commands, but it is possible to use the controller if I can figure out what the buttons are. That's the tricky part. So seems to be the interact button. An old clock that is in... It's... Oh no. Oh no, we're playing another introspective game where the clock doesn't work right. Uh-oh. I think this is another symbolic thing, of course. Seems broken. Yeah. Q to go back. Okay, what is Q? That is a good... Oh, that's
Um,
That's this. It says... Interesting.
no,
It says 0 of 8 in the corner. I guess it's supposed to find things. Okay. How do I... Press tab to open the memory list. Okay, that's the memory list. And we have... It still says 0 of 8, despite the fact that I have that one. Antique clock added. It says it's added, but it still says 0 8 behind my head. Weird. Whoa!
maybe
Whoa! Wee! Okay, I can really spin that.
Man!
You know what I'm gonna do, actually? Let me... Real quick, let me... Control to quit exit. Control. What an odd key to do that with. I'm gonna restart the game. I'm thinking to myself that the unlocked cursor might be a problem. It might have been caused by simply alt-tabbing the window, which I do naturally during my introductions to games. So, maybe if I just stay on the window, everything will be fine. So let me just try this real fast. Maybe the game ends up looping and becomes an X8. Oh my goodness.
I would love that.
It does have that kind of energy a little bit, doesn't it? Alright, we have to start over this topic, though. Okay, the mouse is still locked. I'm going to tolerate it. And hopefully not click anything on the wrong monitor. I have 2 monitors, you see.
Understandable.
But, I mean... I don't think I think it has partial controller support, but... Like, when I say partial, I mean there's no cancel button on the controller to, like, back out of things, so that's kind of a problem. So instead I'll just use the mouse and keyboard and try to mind my... See my mouse right now? If this goes too far to the right, like this, oh, now I'm on the other monitor. And I can click the chat or something. So I have to be careful not to do that. Okay, so interact, exit back is Q, take, drop, pizza, control, crouch, receive. I can take and drop the pizza? Exorium, break, items menu, pause menu. Oh yeah, I can just... Okay. I think this game is pretty neat, though I do think it's rather problematic that when you start the first scene, your camera's in the elevator, and then, like, it kind of has to, like, well, it clips out. Like, this is literally how the camera positions itself at the start of the game. That's not great. So I'm feeling like this is a cool game, but maybe the dev could have refined it a bit more, I guess. It feels a little lacking in polish. It does seem to... It's not lacking in all ways, though, because, like... Okay, now I can just hit Q. Yeah, weirdly, it still says 0 of 8. It still... I assume that's the memory count, but it still says 0 of 8 even after adding to it. Weird. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16... Okay, there's actually 19 things here, so I guess only 8 of them are things that show up in the lower right, and there's other stuff to pick up besides. Oh, wait a minute, did I... Hold on a second. If I'm in the clock, and I hit Control, and then I hit Q... Okay, no. But if I'm in the tab menu, and I hit Control... Okay, yeah. I'm noticing that you can sometimes do one thing while in a menu, like... Again, like when I was changing my camera sensitivity and it was rotating the camera. I feel like the menu should probably pause other actions, but you can actually do other things while the menu is up. That could lead to bugs. That could lead to a lot of bugs, so... Whoops. Alright, let's go ahead and deliver the pizza. Yeah, B is saying... Who is it? Pizza delivery for Ben. Great, just in time. I'm pretty hungry. You know, I'm glad that Limbo gets pizza. That's pretty good. Leave the pizza on the floor, please. The pizza I paid for. Okay. Have a good day. You too, bye. There you go. Enjoy your whatever this is that I almost stepped on. Alright. Well, pizza delivery 8. I could see that being mixed together, a pizza delivery and X8. Like, Like X8, like with a pizza delivery theme, could totally work. It's not a bad idea.
I thought that was already a thing.
No, I don't think we've seen that before. Whoop. I'll give the game credit. I don't. There are some graphical options, but I haven't seen the need to adjust it yet. This is an endlessly flowing field of moving grass, but everything seems to be running okay. That's good. Also, wow, this is a weird... What an apartment complex. It looks like a converted theater or something. Except for it doesn't look like a theater either.
It does.
So it looks like we have a big open space here. Do I answer the phone immediately?
Why is there a garage door made of bricks?
I guess it was just an old garage they bricked up. I also kind of feel like this game could use some mouse smoothing. Like, for the, mouse acceleration smoothing. Okay, let's answer. Hello? Who are you? I'm Earl. I'll call now and then to see how the next delivery goes. Okay, random new boss I have. Hi Earl. The first delivery was... Everything okay? That was weird. The customer seemed... distant. I'm writing a novel. Okay, that's cool, Earl. I just want to change the topic.
Thank you, Earl.
At the moment, I'm looking for ideas. It can't be that hard, right? Let's see. Maybe you could base it... I definitely could tell that this dev seems to be doing something creative, but also needs to work on their polish. I think they're probably a beginning dev with Unity, at least. Maybe not their first project, but still an earlier project. And I'm noticing little things, like the polish things I mentioned, but also, like, do you see this dialogue selection menu? This is these boxes with the different options. This is a default Unity dialogue box thing. So, like, the game has style and, like, clearly its own modeling and stuff, but also, like, at the same time, there's a lack of polish here and there, where they could probably touch that up and make it more their own, Let's see here, there.
Yeah, understandable.
It's not a huge deal, but it's just little things I'm noticing already. We'll see how many pile up by the end. Maybe you can base on someone Where am I? Where am I?
Where am I?
Yeah, I'm going to ask that, Earl, because you changed the topic on me. So where am I? I can't answer that. When I get lost, I don't know this place. Follow the post till you see a doorway. It's there. Okay. Alright, follow the lines. The pizza for the customers in the green box. Whoa! They're going to have a very shaken-up pizza thanks to our moped. I left an extra pizza in the red box. You could share a slice of that one with people you meet. Oh. That's an interesting mechanic. The key to the door is under a rock next to it. Good luck. Okay. So I got... Oh. Okay. How's this work? That engine.
It is vibrating the pizzas.
No, well, you hear that knocking sound, right? That doesn't sound good. That makes us think of our air conditioner unit when a leaf or a branch gets stuck in it. I'm not sure that sound is a good sound there. You might want to check your moped engine.
That sounded like the fan I used to have that I got rid of.
For a good reason, if it sounded like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, now it's not doing it. Maybe it really was just the pizza. So, obviously, we're supposed to follow the telephone poles, but... It's over here. Oh. Ow! Oh, okay. Invisible wall. Got it. These birds, secretary, never mind, they stopped existing. This is running okay, right? I'm not getting exactly 60 FPS, but that's fine.
Nothing bad on my end. Like slight.
Oh wait, I'm stupid. Well, I'm not stupid, but I just realized something. That knocking sound isn't in the game.
Wait, what?
It's
That's not good then.
no, it's fine. It's fine. It's the controller. Listen, I'll put it right.
Oh,
I'll put it by the mic and start driving again. Here, watch this.
I can hear it.
Yeah, basically the controller. It's not even vibrating when I drive. It's just vibrating at all times now. Now I'm on the moped. It vibrates. I'm just gonna unplug it then. I mean, this game doesn't really work on controller because it doesn't give controller controls and stuff. So, all right, let's stop that vibration. Thank you. Okay, that's better. Honestly, when I have headphones on, it's hard to tell the difference between the controller sound and game sound. It's hard to tell the difference. That's better. Now the engine doesn't sound like it's gonna break itself.
Yeah, it sounds like a rumble pack.
So it is slightly open here, but there's not actually anything to find. I know there's things to find, so I'm looking around. I mean, we have a whole screen here, so. But I don't think there's anything out here. It's probably... I need to drive, probably. I wonder if there's anything to find in the driving areas. Probably. Let's see. I like how we go to the trouble of, like, breaking it. Putting the brake on. Okay, here's a rock. Oops, hello, Fluffy Dragon. Fluffy Dragon, oh. Ah, there's a key. Hey, wow! You know, there's so many games that make you be able to inspect an object and then spin it around, and there's no point to that, but they have it anyways. This game had a point. I had to spin the rock around to get the key. Finally, a point to this sort of thing.
Looks like a meteorite.
It does. It looks like an obsidian rock or something to me. This is very interesting. I think what we have here is a game where the dev was still a little amateurish with the engine, but also they wanted to put a lot of time and care into it at the same time. So we're seeing, like, these really high-quality animations alongside a bit of jank. Whoa. Speaking of jank, did the frame rate just die?
Slightly.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay. Time to mess with this, whatever it does, graphics slider. Okay, how's that? Is that better? I didn't mean to get off the... it's got...
Hold on,
Yeah.
I have 5 seconds of delay. Okay. It's a little bit better.
Yeah, as soon as we entered this area, it got a little... more intensive for some reason. I've lowered the graphics, which honestly didn't really change much. But I guess I'll do.
I'm guessing you have to load the flora.
Okay, what buttons do I have? I have a crouch button, but I don't have a jump button.
Oh, don't forget the pizza. I thought that... For some reason, I thought Sierra said don't forget 2 pizza.
It looks like it's the water's fault, by the way. Oh, I found a secret. I found a secret in the waterfall. Yeah, it's the water's fault as far as I can tell. This tune. It's so pretty. Okay, I picked up my first music box. Oh, that's what the Zero of 8 is. Yeah, it's like when I look at the... It's whenever I look towards the main water that it leaks out. So, the water is too deep. I can't go any further that way, apparently. Okay. Huh. I'm gonna guess I gotta go in there. Might just be the waterfall. Oh, you're right, it's the waterfall. Because if I look at the body of water without the waterfall... Yeah, so it's the waterfall. And the waterfall is kind of interesting, though, look. Wait, when I have it like this, it's fine, too. I guess it's when I center my attention on the mist being kicked up by the waterfall entering the water.
Oh, so it's the particle effect.
It's a particle effect. It's one of them particle effect problems again. I guess that's not too surprising. Oh, well, if I look in here, hey, look, the underneath the building. Yep. So yeah, there's a way. Oh, Like a bunch of water on top here. What's this? Look like someone's been drinking. Cold whippers. Cold whippers. Beer. Okay. You have to be pretty
Wait, are
cold
you
if you're...
seeing everything that was in the apartments now?
I honestly wasn't paying enough attention. There wasn't that much in the apartment that you're in. It was just empty. It was
Someone
mostly...
was drinking, now you found a beer bottle. Someone was calling and you answered the phone.
Maybe. Looks like a page for a diary. I'm tired of this place. Every day is the same. Even living in the sanctuary, I can't find it. Yesterday, Taro called me. I've been away for a few days and he was worried about me. I still don't know how to tell him I want to quit. I think I've thrown all the drain levers in the water. I'm going to let this place get totally flooded. Okay, that seems a little...
Why?
neglect. I guess he's sick of being here. And a harmonica? Oh, there's a key on it. There's a name engraved on it. Oh. There is. I can't quite make it out because I lowered the graphics. I think it's... Claritine? Claritine? Claritine.
Clementine.
Clementine? Clementine, that makes sense. Guess it unlocks this. Yep. Looks like an amulet of some kind. Looks like the charm's outside. There's a flower drawn in the middle. Oh, that probably goes to... Oh, I can't get it, I guess. Amulet added memories. I think I didn't throw out all the levers. I'll take this one. Yeah, this is an interesting situation where... what we have here is a dev with some really great ideas. And I think... I could tell there are a lot of passion was put into this. So I'm trying not to let myself get distracted by the jank of different things, including even just the basic camera movement. And, you know, things like the particle effects performance.
Are those yet?
It looks really cool though. It does. What's that?
Weird little graves. Are those yet points on them?
I mean, I'll take a look at it again. I don't actually know what these are. Are they graves?
I thought those were soldier graves or something.
They're kind of shaped like... almost pyramid shape, but at the top cut off flat. And then it has a little... it kind of looks like a thing you're supposed to pick up with... like a hook or something, like a crane. And then it's covered in the charm things. They're weights for lifting. Then why the charms, I wonder?
I don't know, my brain went to like, oh, they're graves, and that was like respectful thing. I don't know.
Look for your gains. Oh. Those are not an object. Okay. Well, we got more over here. Wow, this floor tile is very busy. I wonder what this is. Is this like just a dam or something? It's also like a windmill. Oh, can't take the lever back. But I did open this. Trash. This book. My mother gave me one just like it months ago. Feeling stuck? In self-sabotage and be more productive. Do you feel like you're stuck in a routine, unable to move forward in your personal and professional life? Are you tired of feeling stagnant and unfulfilled? If so, Feeling Stuck is the book for you. Author and life coach Bob Richardson draws on his extensive experience helping people overcome their fears and limiting beliefs to provide a practical and actionable guide to breaking free from being stuck. Feeling Stuck is a must-read for anyone who feels stuck in their personal and professional life, with practical advice, real-life examples, and exercise to help readers apply the concepts to their own lives, find your passion, and start making money of it. Oh, okay, it's a money book. It was pretty bad. Yeah, it does seem pretty bad. Like, it ends with the money line, so... Like, meh. Well, that's interesting and all, but what do I do now?
Pizza.
I mean, I do. Yeah, but there's nobody to share it with. So I'm just gonna have a random inquiry. Stream goers, how was your day going today? I don't think I bothered to ask that earlier because I was a little caught up in things. How's everybody doing? Oh, this is all drained. I can now cross. That makes sense.
Oh.
Which also makes getting the music box technically easier too. Whee! I found it before I needed to though, which is fun. Also weird, it's still really laggy over here even without the waterfall. Wonder why that is.
I think it's the foliage now.
The foliage is foiling me. Sola is putting a shelf together, and Mondo is having nachos grande for lunch. Oh, yum. Jalebi for Pathfinder. I hope you have a good Pathfinder.
Enjoy your Pathfinder.
Oh, a road. This is a weird place for a road. Okay. Imagine somebody just going down this tunnel and just sploosh they go in the water. I guess it was technically a road before it got flooded. Ah! Well, that's weird.
Oh, I don't like that. That is making me slightly nauseous.
Well, the visual effects are also taking the frame. Okay, we're back.
Yeah, the visual effects are affecting me.
Yeah, they probably should have done a warning for that one. There was no warning for that. I mean, it's interesting, but, like, yeah, you probably should warn visual effects. Oh, the performance here ain't too... Oh,
it's... anything at all?
Look, it's a very foggy city, so the performance is once again suffering. And see, because I think the graphic quality, Let me check something. It affects, ambient occlusion, some basic shadow edges, and texture quality. That seems to be what it affects. Unfortunately, and this is such a common thing with these games, the games where a bunch of particle effects usually causes lag and stuff, it's so common that devs never put in never actually add an option to adjust the particle effects, even though they're usually... Particle effects are usually the reason your game will run bad, so you really need to enable some sort of ability to adjust it or turn it off. Pizza. It's a pizza game. I was wondering if you'd show up, Esther. It is a pizza game. B, can you hear me?
Pizza!
Yes. Why am I here? I'm gonna keep asking him. Why? You're out for delivery. If I'm not mistaken, up ahead, you'll find some colored lights. The way goes on from there. Remember, you can share a slice of pizza with anyone you meet. You just have to talk to them while you hold the pizza. A word of advice, try to avoid sitting on the benches around here. Good luck! Why?
Because we're clearly in Silent Hill.
Oh, that's why. Oh, I actually... I see. First off, it's hard to stand up, and second off, we're now a shadow creature.
Why didn't you warn us about becoming a shadow creature?
Oh, I think the light can fix us. Interesting. The city seems freshly painted. I guess it was so freshly painted we got covered in paint too. Also, Esther said I got distracted and missed the announcement. Aww. Well, I'm glad you're here now. Ah, this performance. This is a shame. I don't wanna be negative over this game because I think it's doing some really cool things. But I'm really getting that impression. This is such a sad thing. We've seen this in games before. Basically, dev with really cool ideas and a really creative vision and some artistic skill. But, like, performance-wise, functionality-wise, the game just doesn't hold together. We've seen this before. Actually, a good example recently was Cosmo Volpes, who we've covered that game. You guys may remember Cosmo Volpes. We've actually covered it for several stages. And it's always been kind of meh and bad, but at the same time, we appreciate the dev. They've always appreciated our feedback, too. And And the dev, we talked to the dev recently, and the dev, we told the dev, like, yeah, I don't think we'll continue to cover it until, but if you do like a full release, we'll check it out then once you think it's all together. But the dev actually self-admitted, like, yeah, I'm more of an artist than anything else, and I used to have like programming people, but they left, so now I'm not just doing it myself. And that was like, yeah, we understand, because like Cosmo Volpe's, it has like gameplay and performance issues, but it has a really nice art style and it has a clear vision, but it just doesn't hold together when you're actually playing it. And then the dev telling us like, yeah, I'm an artist and not so much programmer, like that came clear. And it's pretty obvious that what Cosmo Volpes needs is they need to get more people on the project again to help them actually develop the game, because as a developer they're not as strong as they are as an artist, you know. And I think that's the case here with this game as well. I feel like the developer of this game, I don't know if it's a team, I'm not currently sure about that, but I'm getting the impression that they are artistic first, and they definitely know what they're doing artistically. They have a good idea for a story, they have a good idea for the art and modeling. The modeling is lovely. I really like how the art is done with the main character and stuff. But yeah, it's got a lot of lack of polish, and it's running pretty poorly because there's not enough graphical settings. I mean, I can't even window the game or change the resolution. If I could change the resolution, we could probably be fine right now, but I can't even change the resolution, which is such a basic option. So what this speaks to me is that this game developer is an artist, but they're not really a developer, you know? They don't really have the know-how, or they don't have the skills quite yet, nor do they have the knowledge to set up certain things that are, well, I mean, I feel like if you're going to make a 3D game, you need to provide resolution options in a window mode, right? Like, I just feel like that's required.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, again, I want to point out, I can just click out of the game. I'm clicking the chat now because my mouse isn't locked to the game. Like, that's a very basic pitfall some devs do, just not locking the mouse to their game. And while there is controller support for this, I can't figure out some of the buttons because it only gives me keyboard prompts. So again, a lack of polish. And this is a real shame because I really like the vision. I think I'm liking the vision they have here, but I'm getting a little distracted from it by all the little quibbles, I guess. Now, I can window the game technically by hitting Alt-Enter. That does put it into this weird, like, still monitor size, but technically windowed state. I might be able to force it into a smaller window using an external program. I'm going to actually give that a shot just to make this run a bit better. Also, you notice how the performance is pretty inconsistent. Like, I look certain directions. If I'm looking towards more fog, it gets worse. But yeah, let me go find my little program. Hold on a second. It is a program that helps me with windowing games. It's called, I think it's called Sizer. Let me go pull it up. I believe it's Sizer that is my thing. As long as I can get a taskbar, I should be able to hook Sizer to it. And I can get a taskbar, so let's try this. How do I connect it to... It's on the wrong thing right now. Hold on a second. Okay. Resize no title to... What is no title? I'm not sure what that is. Okay. I need this to go like here. And I click out, and I hit this. Resize Program Manager. Nope, resize this. There we go. Resize a pizza delivery. I got it to actually hook to the game. Okay, I just told... Yep, that worked. It's a weird shape. For some reason, it's still a little odd, but it did work. I resized it to 1280 by 720 by forcing it. Due to the taskbar being counted as part of that calculation, it's a little weirdly sized, but I could just adjust that with a little trick. There. Okay, so thank you very much. Sizer just helped us out. I mean, Okay, Sizer does sometimes introduce the problem that you can suddenly mouse out of the game, but that we're already having that issue, so it's fine. It doesn't really matter. So now this should run a bit better. Is this running better? Ah,
Much.
okay, good. Yeah, Dev, I think this just released, by the way. I actually got the key before it released, but it has left its embargo and has released, as far as I understand. I'll double check that, so I'm not saying anything that's not true. But I'm pretty sure it's out. So if you're like, I do kind of accept these issues pre-release, but yeah, it released on November 7th, so it's been out for a few days. I'm seeing that today they did do a patch that says achievements fixed. I guess the achievements were bugged, so they've had to fix those. That's the only update though, just for achievements. I keep being.
Which is interesting.
What's that?
I said, yeah, which is interesting.
Oh, there's like there's a very notable security camera up there. I just noticed that. Huh. And there's one there too. It's, I guess, this is a dark city full of surveillance and benches that turn you into a shadow monster. This place doesn't feel very friendly. So there's two roads. They both go the same. They go the same place. I don't think there's anything there. What's that?
Sometimes you have to pay extra to turn into a monster.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to open something. There. Okay. Whenever I click back the game, oh wow, did you see that? Oh my gosh, the animation. If I get off the moped on a... Oh boy. Oh my. Oh goodness. Goodness me. Yeah, there's a little curb edge, and you can, like, if you drive on it, that's I think that's a small problem, I would say.
Just a tad.
Oh, I can barely get on the moped now. I have to stand on it first. Okay. Yeah, again, I think I'll just keep pointing to what I said before. Polished issue. Refinement issue. The problem with a game like this specifically... That must be the colored light place. The problem with a game like this specifically is simply that it's an introspective game with a interesting world, and you're supposed to just get immersed into it, you know? So the problem is, if the game lacks polish, if a game like this lacks polish, that hurts a lot more than, say, if this was just like a platformer or a first-person shooter or some sort of action-adventure game. A lack of polish wouldn't necessarily take you out of the experience. But for a game trying to go for the introspective vibe of this one, I feel like it takes me out completely. Maybe I'm picky. You guys can certainly feel free to tell me if I am. But, yeah, it definitely feels harder to focus on what the game is doing when there's so much jank. Aw, man, nobody got that down? I can't get that down either. And Mondo said, I remember needing an extra program to put Final Fantasy 11 into Window back in the day. I'm glad they fixed that. I'm glad they fixed that. 11 still gets updates, right? It's a really old MMO, but... And technically it has its own sequel, Final Fantasy 14, being also an MMO. But even so, they still support 11, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Rumors of a bigger one coming up. Oh, neat. Might be one of the longer supported MMOs. I'm gonna try something, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, I didn't mean to get off the... Every time I leave the menu, I get off the bike. And then I can't get back on until I click out of the screen and then click back in. Man, this is such a tragedy, honestly. How it performs, how it functions. Like, the controls are kind of messed up, too. So I'm supposed to deliver here. Before I do that, actually, what happens at the edge of the city? What's over here? Assuming this is the edge, anyways. I think I found a person. Also, is the performance tanking again just because I turned a few things up? Jeez Louise.
Yep.
Wow, and then there's a thing over here? Okay. Alright, let's, pop. Pop. I've just seen my vehicle pop. Pop.
Up.
I just wanted to turn the graphics back up because I reduced the resolution. What's this? Oh, somebody's got a little cave here. Drumsticks. They're broken. Looks like someone smashed them up. They did! I don't know why. Wow, calculus prize. National Equation Solving Contest. First prize, Nobi Ackman. Somebody was mom's favorite child. Looks like the scribbles were added later, but they also scribbled on, like, literally poop. And a middle finger. Oh, man. And something else, I can't quite tell. Maybe just a head. Yeah, there's just so many little quality things. Like, for instance, there's a natural sheen on this trophy. But that natural sheen makes it hard to see the random defacing of the trophy. It's hard to see it because of the sheen right in the middle. It's actually fairly common. My dad was a drummer. But it looks intentional, though. They broke it intentionally. They always keep, like, 10 drumsticks on you in case they get broken and thrown somewhere. Or maybe it was just overused. Maybe that's all it was. A notebook full of scribbled formulas. Oh, I can barely see that, but yeah. Math. Sometimes people need to explore their creative side. Oh, wait! No, yeah, the drumsticks are broken because they're well used, not because they were math the drumsticks. This notebook says it all. Look, it's all this math, and they wrote it all out, and then they scribbled over it angrily, and then they drew themselves playing the drums. So it's like, it's very clear that the message here is, screw all this math stuff, I was told to do good at math, but I just want to play the drums. I just want to, yeah, I get it. I get the energy. Is that, I wonder if this is a little cave all due to this person here. Let me get a pizza slice for them. There we go. Hi. So you've ended up here too. Yes, it looks like it. I have no idea what this is. Are you passing through? Yes, I have to deliver a pizza. You know, I don't think it's so bad here. It's very gloomy, though. And the particle effects will tank your frame rate. Staying, I mean. You gradually let this world live with you. Let this feeling live with you. What feeling? I've tried sitting on one of those benches around here. I guess he has. He's covered in the paint. It was very strange. It was like I couldn't stop remembering. Isn't it great? I don't think it's good to think about the past all day. Do you think so? I don't like living in the past. Maybe you're right. Oh no, Essler was probably going to be interested in this game, but now he's not because they opened the box like, hey, you want to share a slice of pepperoni pizza? Now, pepperoni pizza ain't bad or anything, it's just, Essler is extremely against it, so now Essler won't like this game anymore. Essler loves pizza, hates pepperoni pizza. Pizza? Thank you. I mean, you know, if you're in a weird dark limbo world, take what you can get. Like, pepperoni pizza good still. It's cold. Of course it's cold. Look where we are. I don't remember how it tasted anymore. Thank you. I was thinking. I don't think staying here is the solution. Maybe. I had to take a step backwards, so I could take 2 forwards. Of course. Well, I have to go. There's another cold pizza waiting to be delivered. You know, I think I'll leave too. What's your name? B, what's yours? I'm called Nobi. By the way, I found a photo on the ground. Looks like somewhere nearby. Might be useful for you. Thank you. See you around, Nobi. Oh, nobody get back home. Good. Oh, they left the... Thank you, see you around. They just left it. What's this? That seems to be an archway. I will take that, but I don't know what it means. B and no B. Yeah. No B and B. I'm gonna turn this back down. Okay. Esther has bad taste, it's his own fault. Zero says, I mean, I'm suspicious of your American pepperoni. So what is, let's talk about European pepperoni then.
It's better.
What is it? What's the difference?
Preservatives, it has less preservatives.
That would make sense, yeah. Wow! Oh, wow. Oh, there's like a hand reaching up from the abyss. Sausage is required for any good pizza, says Esther. I do think sausage is far superior to pepperoni. Though then again, I wonder now, if you guys are saying that, I have to wonder if Esther would like European pepperoni pizzas then.
Maybe.
Since it might be an American pepperoni problem. European pepperoni is a vegetable. Oh, wait! Right, it's actually a pepper, isn't it?
Wait, is it?
Yeah, I think I know what it is. Technically, I still haven't delivered a pizza I was supposed to, but I'm just like looking around for what the heck? Whoa. Okay, yeah, that's a weird. It's actually so zoomed out I really can't see it, but thanks for that. Can we get out of this camera angle, please? I just wanted to... Thank you. What a strange... Oh! There's lights. Yellow, red, blue, and pink. It's probably a puzzle. Pretty sure salami here is better than USA, most likely.
Oh no. As someone who went to Germany and tried that, yes, can agree.
American everything is worse, says Esther. You're in Pete. Wow, okay, I have the settings turned down to low. I have the game resolution reduced to 1280 by 720, and we're still having problems. All these things we've seen, by the way, moving plants, volumetric fog, particle effects. We have all seen games on this channel, on this computer, played on stream, that have run just fine. So when a game doesn't run this stuff fine, it's the game's fault. It's not our computers, because we have seen these effects done well. A starfish made of clay. It reminds me of the ones I made when I was little. Starfish made of clay? Is that a thing? Take it. Can I, like... Oh. Oh, here's another music box. I'm supposed to find these. They're kind of hard to find, though, because they don't play music until you pick them up, so it's not like I can track them by sound. Can I, like... Oh, I can't crouch up the... That doesn't look that steep. I probably could do that. This dummy is just like my niece's one. Dummy? It's a pacifier. Wait. Okay, Europeans, do you call it a dummy? Why do you call it a dummy? I should visit her more often.
I call it... I feel like everyone would call it a pacifier.
Or a binky, maybe. Oh, wow, wait. Wait, look at that, look at that. Why am I suddenly getting... Wait, when I had the controller plugged in and I was using it, I couldn't get controller props. Now that I unplugged my controller, I'm getting controller props. Why? Why am I getting them now? The controller is literally unplugged, and only now do I get the props for controller. What? It doesn't make any sense. It's a dummy. Why do you call it a dummy? That seems so randomly self-depreciating. Like, oh, baby, you want this dummy? Yeah, of course you're a big dummy, you baby. Have this dummy. Like, why? It seems so, like, maliciously named. Why is it called a dummy? I mean, the babies are dummies. They're not very smart, but you don't have to be mean to them. Dummy's British for... I don't understand that word. There must be an origin point for it, but I don't get it. Ooh. Shrug. Shrug. I wonder why it's... wonder why that happened. Why are you pacifying your baby? Sounds violent. I mean, a little bit. It's LP. I used to listen every morning at home with my parents. I can't quite make it out because whenever I turn down the settings, I can't read the textures on these things. Oh, that's another thing the dev could do better. It is possible if you have a graphical setting in your game, and if you turn down the graphics and makes all the textures low quality, it's still possible to set certain objects and their textures to still remain high quality, even so. So if there's pickup collectibles that I'm going to be looking at the model of and the texture work of, these could be set to always be high quality, which would probably be smart in this situation, so that we could actually see this stuff. My father's favorite. So to actually, like, see it, I have to... Okay, well... Yeah, I have to open it back up. Now I can read it. La Francesca Tonta. That's probably a real record by Atlantic. La Francesca Tonta. Anyways, Arrow, by the way. Arrow. Arrow? Arrow.
Arrow.
Just Arrow. Okay. So I guess before I look at objects, I'll just have to turn the graphic quality up and then turn it back down afterwards, I suppose. Okay. Arrow. And make baby passive. It does, like, pacify the... Pacifier makes sense because the baby, if baby cry, you get pacifier. Now if baby don't cry, they have been pacified. That is just, like, a Webster's definition of what that means, so that makes sense there. W, though, I'm not so sure about. The baby has been dealt with. Goodness me.
The baby has been dealt with!
Why are you calling a pacifier a suckler? It would make more sense. I mean, that would make more sense, too, but... I mean, pacifier is what it does, suckler is what the baby does to it, and dubby has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Like, dubby is still the weird word here, regardless. It's the word that makes the least amount of correlative sense. I'm sure there's probably some reason for it. It probably came about, dummy probably came about due to something in particular. But honestly, a lot of British words I don't understand, like... Why bonnet for the hood of a car? I guess maybe it's a little bit like a bonnet, but that's a stretch in my book, but maybe it looks a little bit like a bonnet, I guess. Oh, what's this? Am I on another street, or is this where I came from? No, that's where I came from, I just didn't notice. That means what you put it in, I guess. Again, though, seems kind of mean. Like, yes, the baby is dumb, it's the baby. I don't feel like we should be that mean to it.
What the
Wrong
baby
way.
do to you?
Yeah. Why are you insulting babies? What's this? Oh, the starfish. A or D? Okay, I don't know. I don't really know what I was doing there. What's this? Arrow. Oh, there was that note saying arrow, and now the TV is saying arrow. Oh, left, right, right, straight, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right. I think. Is that what it means? Left, right, right, left, right. Okay. Solved the puzzle, but I did it. Hooray! I got rewarded with flooded room. I'm going to get black mold disease in. Yay. All right. Let's see. Oh, it's a lever again. Okay. Apparently dumb comes from mute. Okay, that's... unfortunate. Okay, I get it. Okay, that makes sense, but also oof. So the term dummy for baby password comes the word dumb means silent or mute because the object applies to the baby, taking a grain of salt. No, that sounds pretty accurate. Because unfortunately, if you remember back in the old days, if somebody was deaf, blind, mute, they were usually called a term that was acceptable at the time, but in today's culture would be very derogatory, you know? Like, oh yeah,
No, I
that
don't
person,
know.
you know, like that person has a disability, ergo they're dumb. And that was just the word, you know, they're dumb, they're lame, they're, other words like, you know, like they're just not right, basically, is what the word means. Like, because, you know, they have disability, so ergo they are wrong. That's basically how that's good old 18th century, 17th century thinking right there. Pretty bad, but that's how it was. So actually, wow, you actually gave me more of a reason to dislike the word for the pacifier in English, in like Europe. Dummy,
You're welcome.
dummy went from a word that didn't make sense to a word that is tied to offensive, kind of very adequate way of thinking. You guys should really replace that word, I think, but, you know. I feel like it's time for an update. Oh, I should probably get the pizza. It's just, pizza time for this person. Password? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I know. This is really weird. Looks like I should be able to... I can't use the mouse here. Alright, sure. Password is arrow. Then I'll press the arrow key. Go ahead. Yep, there we go. Alright, hello, everyone. This is an interesting meeting here. Password, look, do you want a pizza or not? Yeah, the password is, I have a pizza. I have a pizza, do you want it? Okay, well, everybody's having a little bench sitting competition. Guess I'll put the pizza over here. Oh, it's a music box. What's this? I've agreed to do a last delivery. Taro was very insistent on doing him a favor. Still haven't found anyone to do the delivery. Taro was mentioned before. It's weird. This room is full of people, but nobody speaks. Actually, I hear them speaking right now. They're like whispering. There's something familiar about them. I have to get out of here. Okay. Oh, we're on like a subway train now. I'm glad I brought my pizza just in case. Oh, that's weird. Let's sit down again. So that just puts us in like a weird train thing. Password, you should have been to the delivery instructions. No pizza for you then. Pretty much. Like, I'm delivering you something good. You don't have to you shouldn't make me work for it so hard. Unless you tipped really well, in which case, sure. Alright, I guess, nobody wants a pizza here. They're too busy reliving their past on the paint bench as they make them all painted. Which means... I don't know what it means yet. I'm trying to figure that out. Well, I guess we got two things. We got a giant locked door, and we have a colored light puzzle in front of it, which will probably open the door. But I don't know what to do with it. Like, we have 4 lights. We have yellow, red, blue, pink. There's probably an order I gotta trigger them. But I don't know what that order would be. I've solved a number of puzzles here, but I'm not sure about this one. What do you guys think? What should I do?
thinking when I'm out of the ad.
Okay. Yellow, red, blue, and pink. Have I seen a place for those colors? Like all four of them, I mean?
Do you see a place to put them?
I'm just looking around again. I mean, this record was to give me the password for the one thing, so I feel like every area here is involved in a puzzle, but I think that was involved in Arrow. The starfish I had to pick up at the park was involved in the door, which the TV's in the one window told me the combination for the door. It doesn't help, too, that this is a very, very foggy world, so having to actually look around for stuff is hard a little bit. It's not like a totally huge area, but with all the fog around, I can't just like look around really fast. It takes a second, you know? It's like a weird cubic structure up there.
Yep.
I'm trying to think like if there's anywhere I saw colors to indicate the clue, but I don't think so. Oh, there's a light open on the window up there. Huh. I don't think any of the other buildings have a window that's lit up. That's interesting. I don't think there's anything to do with it, but it's there. Yeah, was there anywhere? Oh! Well, there's the Howler. Let's try to solve this puzzle before we stop. Yeah, this is really dumb, but I'm a little curious about something, actually. Yeah, I could just go in with it. I was wondering if I could do that. Hello, I am going to fill this place with gasoline fumes. Don't mind me. Do you think my moped joins me in the memory land? Let's see.
Maybe.
It does. It's with me. It doesn't fade with everything else. It stays. Maybe this memory land gives me the password or the color. I don't know. I feel like I'm supposed to solve a color thing. Also, hi there, Christophs.
Hello, Christophs.
Okay, I figured if I'd sat here for a second, maybe something would pop up. You know, like maybe if I give it a second. But it seems to be just looping this. You got a button mash to get up. So in that case, I'm not sure what to do then. I might be actually stuck. Because, like, I've explored every area at this point that I have access to. If I go back this way... we just head back to the split at the beginning. There's not much over here. I mean, I guess I'll check just in case, but... Yeah. Can't even return to old area. We kind of did glitch our way here, like it was some sort of, like, warping thing we did, so it's understandable we can't go back. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I feel like I've explored pretty thoroughly. I mean, I opened that door with the starfish I found the password, went to the place, got the password entered in there. I feel like I did everything in this area. I feel like I found everything. But, and I'm gonna guess to leave this area, you gotta go through that big door. Because that's like the only thing left to check. Only thing left to explore. But I can't open it. And everything I've looked at, you know, has led to different things, but nothing that I was paying attention for anything related to colors, but I didn't see anything. Like, we got an item in here. Let me check my items, I guess. Yeah, there was this Polaroid that seemed to indicate... It seemed to be indicating that this is an... Oh, no, I can't zoom in on it. Oh, no! After it becomes in your items list, I don't think you can zoom in on it after that. Yeah, the normal interact doesn't do anything. So, if there is something important in something I pick up, and I can't pick out the details, it might be hard to actually look at it. Also, this glare, though. Look at this glare. Again, it's just a lack of polish. Like... There's just this natural lighting effect that's happening on some of the items that just makes it hard to look at them. But yeah, I think this was just indicating that I need to go here. I believe that's the place where I got, that was where the record was that gave me the password for the door. And this room seems to be entirely based around the arrow puzzle. Wait, hold on. That's not true, maybe. Yellow, cyan, green, blue, red. No, it's not. I was wondering if it might be giving me the color pattern, but no, it's not. There's no cyan, so. Do you have a pizza delivered? I mean, you think so, but I tried to deliver it at the password. I gave a slice to that one person, and I can't check back the dialogue, but when I answered the phone to deliver the next pizza, they did seem to indicate look for the colored lights. Wait, they said look for the colored lights. So yes, I have a pizza to deliver, and it's where the colored lights are. It's not where the colored light is, not that one light, but colored lights, plural. Which of course is where I'm trying to go. That's where I deliver the pizza, according to the guy. Well, let's just go back to it. Maybe there's a hint right next to it, I'm just missing it? I don't know. There's also the weird hand statue, which we've never had anything to do with it, but it doesn't have any colors on it, so... I don't think that... What is up with all the smoke over there?
Is that supposed to be the hand of God?
I'm not sure. Also not sure why the developer decided, in addition to all the volumetric fog, there should also be all this smoke. I can't even quite tell what it's for.
It's not smoke, it's smog.
Maybe it's like a factory.
I think it's like pollution that the city's making.
Oh wait, the door lights up when I... Okay, hold on, wait. But then, like, fades after a bit. Oh wait, I think I know what the solution is. Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Is it just a case of just rooming through? Like, the hitboxes are a little weird. It's easy to miss one, but maybe the... Yeah, maybe they just want me rooming. Rooming right through the middle. Really? That's all it was? Wow, okay, well, that felt a little unintuitive, honestly. I think the first time I did go fast, but I, like, missed the hitbox of one, so then I went back and I hit it again, and I was confused. I was like, okay, well, that doesn't seem to be doing anything, and I just kind of moved on to looking for other things. Well, alright then. Well, there's the thing creating all the smog. I don't know what it is. It's so much... Yeah, there's a plant over there. Yeah, factory, smoggy vibes. Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have dinner.
Alright, have a nice dinner. Okay. I really think they overdid it on the fog here too, because like they're setting an atmosphere and then there's just obscuring the view. I think it would work better if they had lowered the fog to the ground, so I could still have lines of sight here and there. At least a little bit better. It's already still like night and dark, so there's already less visibility due to that. Wait, oh, what? I only have one lever. I never picked up another lever. Can I rip off the lever here? Gosh dang it! Okay, that's annoying because earlier there was actually this is not the first switch we had to find a lever for, but when I tried to remove the lever from the last switch, it didn't let me remove it. So the game basically taught me once you put a lever in a switch, you can't take it back out. But then arbitrarily, they just want me to figure out, you could take this one out though. This one you can for some reason. Ah, that's not good puzzle design. Telling the player 2 plus 2 is 4, and then later presenting them a 2 plus 2 puzzle, and then 4 is not the answer, and then it's actually 3, is not good puzzle design. That's just annoying. Can I take this again? Okay, I can. I'm gonna keep it. At this point, I don't trust the game system. That's just not a good puzzle. It's not very hard to figure out, but I also could see somebody getting stuck there. I could see somebody going back through the main city thinking, oh man, I must have missed another lever somewhere. Because again, the game taught you can't pull a lever out once you placed it. At least that's what the game originally taught with the levers. What's that say? Go anywhere. Except for where we tell you to stop over and over again. This is actually kind of annoying to drive through. Oh, I'm just looking around for secrets. Yep, thought so. A compass. That could be useful later on. I'll take it. Trash! So much trash. Huh. Well, how am I going to deliver a pizza if I can't bring the pizza box? Maybe I can grab it. And bring it through here. Can I fit through? You can't do that while holding the pizza. Okay, fine. Alright. What a weird apartment. Look at these doors with low quality. Wow. Okay, I see what we're doing here. Okay, I'm going back. Okay, there's the elevator. I feel like this game is definitely trying to do some interesting things, but ultimately it's just kind of not working, I feel like, at the same time. Like, there are some interesting things here, but then tedium, bad puzzle design, unclear objectives, jank, performance issues. There's so many artistically interesting things here, but like, don't tell me that's not cool right there. But into the water, I guess. Pizza makes up for all of it, even pepperoni pizza? Oh, jeez. Well, here's our moped again, so I guess it all worked out in the end. B, where were you? I've been calling for ages, thought something happened to you. I'm fine, Earl, just got sidetracked. No problem. There's a tunnel straight to the customer's house. We have to get through it through the cemetery. Get through it through the cemetery. Creepy. Remember, you can share pizza with anyone you meet. Be sure to take it with you. Oh, by the way, be careful if it rains. You should take the pizza out in a sheltered place. Nobody likes wet pizza, cold pizza, maybe, but never wet. Believe me. Good luck, B. Did our character literally just shrink into the ground as I was calling? I did. I like popped up out of the ground after I hung up the phone. What the heck? Okay. Here's the thing. Some people might say I'm being nitpicky, but the truth of the matter is, if a game has a bunch of like polish and jank issues, that doesn't always bring down an experience. That doesn't always bring down an experience. Like if you're playing a really fun, action game or shooter or something and it's got some jank, you can still have a good time of it. But this game is effectively kind of a walking simulator. It's an adventure game, introspective, metaphorical. It's supposed to set an atmosphere and hook you into it. And I think that a game that is trying to focus on its atmosphere is a game that really needs to have proper polish. Because if you start running into little issues and jank in a game that's trying to set a mood, that can completely break the mood. And this game, unfortunately, I think I see the vision it's got. I see what it wants to do, and I commend it for that. I think it's interesting. But I'm just gonna be my stopping point. Who's your friend? That's probably saved. So I might play it on my own time just to check out the rest of it. But yeah, it's got some great stuff going here. I'm not ignoring that at all. But the lack of polish, the lack of performance quality, the lack of just options in the options menu too, like things like setting resolution. Um, for instance, it's really important to be able to set like full screen windowed resolution because sometimes a game can launch you the wrong monitor for a person. So if you don't have a way to like allow the player to window the game, like I did manage to window and lower the resolution, but I use external tools for that, which is not that should not be necessary. Um, but yeah, it's really got an interesting artistic vision. I'm curious about it. I feel like the writing in the game, like the actual dialogue, is a little flat, but I do think the character designs and their animations and the way they emote is really cool. And I think the world design is cool. I think there's cool stuff here, but I can't find myself getting immersed in it when there's also so many like quality, performance, and just jank issues. Um, it's neat, but it needs more work, and it's a bit of a shame that it released in this state. Honestly, I kind of feel like if the dev had not released it and just kind of cooked this for another month or two to just iron out this stuff, I think that this release would have been a lot better. But unfortunately, if you're releasing an atmospheric game with a lot of jank issues, then it's not going to reach as many people. At least that's how I feel. The game does seem to be doing okay on Steam. Um, I believe, yeah, it only has 15 reviews. Those reviews are generally positive, but there are some people. So there are people that like this, and I think there is stuff to like here. Absolutely. Some people saying beautifully crafted, made me emotional in multiple moments. Narrative short is but heartfelt and thought provoking. I mean, yeah, I could see that feeling. Um, but then, oh wow, there's another review here that I feel like this reviewer. Let's see. This we have. I'm looking at a negative review that seems to be very well written by Firebound Fox, and one thing they said is they spent over an hour stuck on a conveyor belt puzzle that never functioned properly for me, and there are several visual bugs throughout the game. So I guess later on there's a conveyor belt puzzle that can just bug out. Um, One puzzle is also incredibly awkward and inaccessible, requires both hands and several keys and both mouse buttons at once just to move forward. Oh, kind of like how I had to button mash to get up from the bench. I didn't like that, by the way. I felt like a game like this, forcing button mashing felt weird. It sounds like there is more awkward control stuff later on, where it forces you to press a bunch of stuff together. I don't think that's a good design for something like this either. I just don't feel like it matches the theme and mood and well, I don't think somebody's playing a walking sim for button mashing. That doesn't seem like that really is a crossover. I feel like somebody playing a walking simulator is probably somebody more relaxed, somebody that doesn't want to do an action games, doesn't want to have to do active like button presses like that. walking simulator adventure game. I feel like you're having a chiller time generally with those. Um, but yeah, this reviewer Firebound Fox said, and I'm just reading what they say because I think they put it in good words. Between that, the oversensitive camera controls, the impossible rebugged puzzle, and other bugs, pizza delivery needed a playtest period before being released. There's so much depth to the story that's glossed over, so much more material that could have been included. The game leaves you feeling bereft. Bereft is a good word for this game, actually. Apparently, it's only like 60 to 90 minutes long, so it's actually not a super long game, which not sure how I feel about the price tag in that case. What we have here is a 14 USD game that is around an hour and a half of gameplay, probably a little longer for us because we take our time, but even so, unpolished as it is, that a short length as well, and that price, it just doesn't seem like a very good deal. Um, let's see, I want to check one thing. But I think, yeah, bereft is a really good word to use for this game. If you don't know what that word means, it basically means deprived of or lacking something. It's basically a word that basically is applied to something where you're like, this could be better, this could be more complete. It feels like it should be more complete, but it isn't. Thus, it is bereft. I do think this game is bereft of its own concepts, of its own goals, which is a bit of a shame because I do think that it has some great stuff here, but it just doesn't strike the landing, and I just maybe some people can get immersed in this still, but there's just too many quality issues here and quality of life issues here that just I can't get drawn into what they're trying to do here. Even though I think what they're trying to do is cool and I'd like to get drawn in, I just can't, and I don't think I'm alone in feeling that way. But in any case, that was a pizza delivery. I hope the dev continues to polish up their game, but as it stands, I don't think I could quite